Well, good morning. It is a beautiful day so far. Just getting up here at camp, waking up to this beautiful view. Sun's just coming up over the hill there. It's about 7 a.m. and I was thinking last night about staying here another day, and it's going to be another hot day. Although it's comfortable and cool right now, it's going to get up into the mid-90s again, and I'm just not feeling like toughing out another day in the heat. I would only stay here another day anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out and get into Utah. That's kind of the great thing about being back on the road, is I have that freedom to just move around as I want. Although I really try to be fuel efficient and not drive as much as I have been the last couple days. But I just feel like I need to be out of the desert and in around trees and cooler climates. So I'm going to go ahead and pull into, I think, Cedar City. I will go through the town of Alamo. That's about 7 miles up north. So yeah, this has been a great place. I would definitely keep this on my list of great camps. Being free, you can't beat it. It's first come, first serve, and there are only 15 sites, and it seems like a pretty popular place. There were only 2 sites available when I pulled in, and they were both the non-RV spots where it's just for cars and tent camping. This was the other spot that was available where this truck is. They have to park and then walk up and pitch their tent. So these were kind of the last 2. It seems like the RV sites fill up the quickest. So that's one other thing to keep in mind. But yeah, really enjoyed it here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and move on. Change things up a little bit. Thank you, Pahranagat Wildlife Refuge. On that note, I did not see as much wildlife as I thought I would. I don't know if it's the time of year. Still a very beautiful place though. Well, I'm glad I stopped to dump my trash, because when I was walking back to the van, I see some coolant dripping here. I was really worried that it might be something serious like the water pump, which I have replaced already on this van, but it's just coming from my lower coolant hose. So I'm going to get out a driver and get that hose on there a little tighter. It looks like they have the clamp set back a little bit, and look at it's leaking from this one too. They had to undo that. I'm sure they undid that when I had my freeze plugs replaced to drain the coolant. So I'm going to go ahead and cinch those up, and hopefully they'll stop leaking. I'll drive for a little bit and stop and recheck it. Fortunately, I do have some spare coolant with me. Get that tightened up before it leaks anymore. Well, I'm really glad I saw that leaking. I was able to cinch up those hose clamps. It stopped the leak. Actually, one of them I had to loosen first and readjust it. Then crank down on it, and it stopped leaking. I checked my oil, and I was low on oil too, so I'm glad I made this little stop to dump trash. That could have gotten ugly if I kept leaking coolant like that. It was dripping pretty good. We are coming into Utah. Hello, Utah. Life elevated. Yeah. Right, we're about 60 miles out of Cedar City now. Just about lunchtime when we pull in. This is Main Street here in Cedar City. It's like they got your typical town things. This is where you'd come to spend money. Smith's. I think that's a grocery store. I'll go ahead and pull in there. Alright, well, we stocked up on groceries there at that Smith store. It was decent. They had decent prices, good selection. I am going to try to find a boondocking spot that's just about 4 miles from where I'm at now. It's kind of one of these right off a highway down this little dirt road, and I looked it up on Google Maps, and it looks like there's a big pile of dirt in front of the little passageway, so it's very possible that they have it blocked off, because probably people were leaving a bunch of trash down there. It is right next to a creek. So we're gonna go check it out. up on this. Oh yeah, there's that pile of dirt I saw on Google Maps. Wonder if there'll still be access. Oh, there is. Nice. On Google Maps, it looked like that pile was right in front of this road, but it's not. I'm gonna see if I can sneak down in here. Camping, 14-day limit, sweet. I'm coming upon the weekend, so I'm hoping that, oh, there's a tent off to the right. Hoping that there's an open spot. Oh, I'm so glad this worked out. It's just like 4 miles out of town. Perfect. All right, well, we found our camp. I'm so stoked that this worked out. I was kind of thinking that it would be blocked off. There's just no sign off the highway indicating this, but if you know where to turn, you see that little sign that says camping 14 days. Camp right next to Coral Creek. Beautiful, look at the views here. All right, well, it's dinner time. I'm loving my camp here, hanging out by the creek. This is Coral Creek, just outside of Cedar City, Utah. Loving the sound of the running water. I'm gonna do up some rice in my pressure cooker. I've got a couple of these here. This is called aloo matar. It's curried potato and peas in a mild gravy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on top of the rice once the rice is done. So let's get this rice going. All right, getting a nice head of steam out there. The pressure cooker has steamed off a couple times, so I'm going to set that aside. That will continue to cook under pressure. Got a second saucepan. I'm going to empty the ingredients of this into there and just get it heated up. Oh my gosh, as soon as you cut that open, it smells so good. This has started to cool down here. Still a little bit of pressure under there. So we'll just let that sit. I'm going to slowly heat this up. Should time out perfectly. All right, so that's pretty much hot. I'm checking on the rice here. It turned out perfect. It's nice and fluffy, not too sticky. I'm going to give it a try. Oh, perfect. Seriously, that pressure cooker does such a good job on rice. All right, we got the rice out. Now it's time to put a little bit of the curried vegetables on there. Just going to kind of pour that on. So there it is, we got curried potatoes and peas on rice. Let's give a little taste test. It did say medium on the package. Let's try to get some potato and the peas in there. Dang, that is so good. I love that stuff.